Hey YouTube, Unkert here. In this video, I'm going to read from this CSV file. So I'm going to take this Google Sheets file, I'm going to download it as a CSV file, and then I'll read it from Python and we'll go through and analyze the data. Now this is a small CSV file. We only have 10 items here. They're all made up salaries. Some are made up ridiculously high. But it's going to show us that we can go through the data, parse through it using Python, and come up with some cool things. Okay, so let's get started. So I've got PyCharm open here, and I've got a file called CSV Read. And what I'm going to do is create a variable. I'm going to call it CSV file, and I'm going to set it equal to open, and then we're going to open the file. So the file name is employee-info-5.csv. And what we're going to do is we're going to read from the file. So the second argument I'm going to pass into this open function is R for read. Okay. Then I'm going to go down here. I'm going to create an employee list. Okay. And the employee list is going to contain all the lines from the CSV file. So I'm going to do csv.read lines. Okay. All right. And actually what I want to put is not csv_file.readlines. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I'm also going to create a new employee list. So I'm going to say new employee list, and that's going to be just an empty list like so, because each one of these lines is going to include the name, the experience, the salary, and the biweekly paycheck amount. So what I need to do here is put those items in a list for each employee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say for employee in employee list, I'm going to say that the employee equals employee.strip. Okay, and that's going to strip off the new line character at the end of each of these strings. And then I'm going to say new underscore employee equals employee dot split, and we're going to split it at the commas. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the commas there. It's a comma separated value file, so we have to get rid of those. And then I'm going to say new employee list equals, or sorry, not equals, dot append, and we're going to append the new employee. Okay, so we're going to create a new list here based off of the old list that we're getting from the CSV file. Okay, after we go through all of those, I'm going to remove the first item in the list, because if we look at our drive here, the first line in the list is going to be name, years experience, salary, and biweekly paycheck amount. I don't want that. I just want the actual employees, so we're going to pop off this first line. And we do that with pop. So we're going to say new employee list dot pop, and we have to pop index 0. Okay. And now what I can do is I can print the new employee list. Okay. And let's do that. And let me make sure I've got the right name for this file here. So yeah, CSV read. Okay. So I'm going to open the terminal here and run the file with Python 3 CSV read.py. And we see we get a list of nested lists. So you have each employee in there. You have Tim, has 3 years of experience, salary is $75K, biweekly paycheck before taxes is $2,884. And then we got Sarah, we've got Ben in here. He's a big roller, making $500K per year apparently, and his biweekly paycheck is $19,231. That must be nice. Anyways, now what we can do is we can start to manipulate the data. So we could find the average paycheck. And I know as you're watching this, you're probably saying, but Unkert, hey, we can just find the average paycheck in our Google Sheets or our Excel file, right? With just using a simple formula. Yes, that's true, but what this is showing you is how to use Python to manipulate different things. And I thought, average paycheck and average salary would be two cool things to find. Okay, so we're learning how to manipulate different things in Python, and you can use your imagination how you'd want to explore this further. Okay, so I'm going to make a comment that we're going to find the average paycheck here. And what we're going to do is we're going to say employee paycheck sum equals 0. And we're going to say for employee in new employee list. So this new list we constructed from the file. What we'll do is, first let's center this a little bit. We'll say the employee paycheck sum plus equals, and we're going to have to take this employee value, which I'm going to say the employee value is going to be employee at index 3. That's where we're going to get the paycheck. We're going to have to take this and make it an integer because it's coming across as a string. So I'm going to wrap this in the int function here. Okay, so now that we've converted that to an int, all right, and then we'll go down here and we'll say average paycheck equals employee paycheck sum. And we're going to do, I'm just going to do integer division to get an integer, divided by the length of the new employee list, okay? Which will work because we popped off this first item here, okay? And so that'll give us the average paycheck. And now we could print that out in a format statement. So we could go something like print and do a format string, and we'll say the average employees paycheck, let's just call it X company, for X company, I don't know the name of this company, is, and we'll pass this in, we're going to use a $ in front, of course, because it's in dollars. We'll pass in average paycheck here, and we'll say it's paid bi-weekly, okay? All right, and so now let's go through and check out our program and see if it's working, all right? So I'm going to open up my terminal and let's rerun this file. And we see at the bottom here, we see the average employee's paycheck for X company is $8,440 paid bi-weekly. That's because I put some high rollers in there. Now let's just get rid of printing out this employee list here, and I'll just comment that out and you'll be able to see this a little bit better. Okay, so now we've got our average employee's paycheck for X company. Cool. Okay, so we can do that. We could also find the average salary. All right, and to do that, let's create a variable. Let's call it employee underscore salary underscore sum and set that equal to 0. And then we'll say for employee in new employee list, the new list we created, employee salary sum plus equals, and again we want an integer, and this is going to be the employee at index 2. That's where we're getting the salaries. And then we'll say average underscore salary equals employee salary sum. We'll do some integer division divided by the length of the new employee list. And now what we can do is we can do another printf statement here. So what we could do is, or print a format string. Printf is in C. I'm saying that for some reason. The average employee's salary for X company, call it X company, is, again, this is in dollars, so we'll pass in average salary per year, okay? All right, and let's run this and check and make sure everything works. So we see the average employee salary for X company is $219,444 per year. Pretty sweet. That's a good salary. But again, I added some high rollers. Anyways, I hope you found this video interesting and it gave you some ideas of how to read from CSV files and manipulate the information. If you did like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And I want to thank you for watching. Have a great day.